Hello and welcome to another Raggy's Beers, Wines and Spirits review. So it's Saturday and it is freezing outside. Luckily the rain stopped, but the temperature dropped. It's like you've gone from summer one day to back to spring / winter. Freezing. So, because chilled is best for this little fella, we're going to be reviewing this. Yet another Nottinghamshire beer. I will be moving off Nottinghamshire beers and going further afield. But it's the perfect time to try it. So it's Castle Rock, and it's their craft beer range, not the core range, and it's sour Lero, and it's described as an exotic fruit sour. 4% alcohol content. Obviously, never had this before, so we're going to give it a try. Right. Now, I haven't shook it like the other one the other day. I must have shook it somehow. So, it's always a nice sound, isn't it? The can opening. I mean, it is 2:30 in the afternoon. I'm worthy of a beer. Been out this morning, looking after the old bloke's garden who I look after. Little old bloke who lives near the Arboretum, my former workplace, and. He's got a garden that's not been touched properly for 6 years. He's had gardeners, but, well, as you know, there's gardeners and there's gardeners. So, hazy pour. It's like an orangey colour, isn't it? An amber orangey colour with a white head on the nose. Oh, it's got some aromas. Now, it says here, this from one site I'm looking at, Brew Cavern, who actually sell Castle Rock craft beers, based in the Flying Horse Walk in Nottingham. Exotic kettle sour brewed with passion fruit and mango, pineapple and peach purees. I'll just click on that link. Is it going to click? That's it. Oh, so all those things, the passion fruit, the mango, wow. Now, if you've never had a sour beer, imagine them sour sweets you had as a kid. Now imagine that in beer form. That's what they are. And for me, I've had quite a few sours now. And there was one sour that I had, and it was just too much. That's for somebody who wants an intense kick. And then I had one the other week, and that was more subtle, and that was a good introduction. Obviously, everybody's aiming their beers at a different. You know, all companies want to aim at a different market. So I didn't know this myself. Castle Rock's been open since 1977. Wow, didn't know that myself. The majority of our beers are fermented with a unique strain of Hardy and Hanson's yeast. It's a shame, isn't it, that Hardy and Hanson aren't here anymore. And it's a shame that no microbreweries have took the name. I mean, you drive past Kimberley and you see the Hardy and Hanson site, and it was massive. And Nottingham's got a rich heritage of big breweries. Home Ales, another big brewery. Shipston's, massive brewery. Hardy Hanson's, another massive brewery. And sadly, you know, I mean, obviously Shipston's has come back in a certain form. But, yeah, it's a shame that they aren't still here in their original form. So I didn't know that. That's something, and it's nice to learn something new about the beers you drink. I've got a t-shirt, jumper and a jacket on today. I've been gardening this morning, so I've got wet through garden and turning a garden that's not been touched that's been neglected for 6 years since the person's wife died, and other gardeners. And I'm going in and I'm on a weekly basis going down a couple of hours and just bringing it back to what it was. And when I'm done, it's going to be an amazing garden. Not one of these picture postcard gardens where it's all done, you know, with the fancy slabs and that, and astroturf, and it's done and you don't need to do anything. This is a proper garden where you need to work on it. And obviously present conditions, with the present lockdown, going outside, working in your garden is good for your mental health anyway. Not that you can get rid of your rubbish, but that's another thing. The council stopped the rubbish services. Oh, so this to me is at the more at the beginning end of the sour, you know, the sour area. Not too in your face sour, but certainly sour. You know, but more for the, I would say, for the mainstream, and that's a good thing, because if you want to sell beers, if you're looking at it from a business point of view, if you want to sell something, you want it to appeal to the masses, but you also want it to be different, to strike a chord and say, oh, I'd like the sound of that, I'm having that. It's very much like a fruit salad sour. So you imagine fruit salad, the sweets, and the different flavours you get there. And this, to me, is definitely where it's aimed at. I need to lower my review times down. I've been rattling away. I've noticed last 4 reviews, all 20 minutes long. So I need to calm it down a bit on the rattling. Although you've probably got no else better to do anyway. Listen to me blathering on. Oh, there. So, I was told to try this for breakfast, but I'm not that brave. And I'd get the red card off the wife. Now and again, if I drop a bollock and I get drink too much, as you do, and I do something silly, as you do, fall downstairs, not quite that bad, but or say something that you shouldn't say, you know. Sometimes the old filter goes off, doesn't it, when you've had too many beers, and you say what you think, and yeah, I try not to do that too often. And yeah, I'm not saying anything else because I might drop myself in it. Oh, so let me just go back, see if I can find anything else interesting about our friends at Castle Rock. So, on Untapped, it's got a rating of 3.8 out of 5. I don't take these aggregate websites with much credence, really. There are some very good reviewers, obviously. People know what they're talking about. And they are the ones who just post, yeah, it's rubbish, and give it a 1 out of 5, you know, for beers in general. So you try not to take a lot of notice of that, to be honest. Oh, what's this? Oh. So, they've got some new beers coming out soon. And while I'm reviewing beers from each and every brewery, I want to know, see what they're coming out with, because it's interesting to me, and it may be interesting to you as well. So, they've got some new beers coming out, or out now. They've got a SEPA Mosaic Equinaut, whatever that is, and it's 4.3% ABV. They've also got a Single Origin Stout Colombian 5% ABV. An IPA Citra 5.9%. And obviously the Sticky Toffee Pudding, which I reviewed the other day, which was absolutely gorgeous, 6%. Twisting My Melon Man, 5%. A SEPA version 3, 4.2%. An IPA version 4, 5.8%. A table beer, 2.8%. And obviously a table beer aimed at for the people who don't want to be drinking too much strength, or can't drink too much strength. There's a lot of people who can't drink strong alcohol. I'm glad I'm not one of them. Bloody hell. So this really gets you, in, you know, in your tongue, and well, like I say, all those flavours I mentioned earlier, they're all there. The passion fruits, the melon, It's all very much there. And it's complex little fella it is as well, you know, trying to pick out them flavours. And you look at it now, it looks just like orange juice, doesn't it? I've got some wine over there that looks the same. It don't taste the sour though, although it's a bit stronger. It's got a funky aroma to it though. 30 bottles of that. Oh dear. Yes, when the weather warms up again, hopefully after today. So today's the dip. It seems like we have 1 day dip a week. I'm sure it was last Saturday it dipped as well. Yeah, 1 day's dip in the temperature and then it goes sunny again. So roll on tomorrow, that's all I can say. Back in the house, get some PC gaming going. Get some Command and Conquer from the original Command and Conquer, if anybody out there has played that game. Although I played it last night and I defeated the level. Took an hour to build my forces up. Defeated everybody. Wiped out all the Nod, because I'm the GDI, if anybody knows Command and Conquer. Wiped out all the Nod base. And that's what it says wipe them out. So I did. Gone round all around the map. There's no more Nods, nothing. And then they get the level won't move on. So I'm gutted because, and there's none hidden either. I've double checked. So it must be, all games have bugs. And I think I must have triggered the bug, as it were. So, it really brings you back to those days of the sours. And I mean, I didn't even know sour beers were a thing until I reviewed one about 18 months ago. And it took me back. It was too strong, to be fair. But it might have been, that might have been the thing because it was the first time trying it. I mean, for me, sours could be sold in pubs in shot form. Just to, you know, especially if they're a bit stronger than this, because 4%, this is aimed at the mass market. If it's something like a 7% sour, you could sell that in shots, in pubs, and because obviously the taste, it's like, whoa, you know, especially if it's really, really strong sour. So it's obviously it hits you, as you can see. I don't put it on when I do that. Yeah, it really does hit you well. So on the pour then. Now it's gone to more or less orange. Orange pour, little white head, on nose passion fruit, melon on the nose. Same on the taste with lots more flavours in there, those tropical fruit flavours, they're all there. And try and pick them out. If you get yourself a can, try and pick them out. Or you go to a Castle Rock Brewery pub in due course. I know you can get these from the online shops, some of the big online shops. So all you have to do is search on the internet for it. But yeah, and aroma-wise, great aroma. Taste-wise, wow. Like I said, it's like a tropical fruit salad taste to it. But it's sour, and you know it as well. It really does twang the old taste buds. And again, like the one I did the other day, reviewed the other day, this, you can tell this is aimed at the mass market. The people who are just taking their toes, dipping their toes into the sour waters. And if you've never had a sour before, it's something different. You know, you may or may not like them, but it's worth a gamble, worth a try. I mean, if some people love sour beers, you know, like everyone has a certain type of beer that they absolutely love. And again, this is one of them where once you've had it, you know, you may want to explore more of them. Oh, I'm freezing as well, so that won't help me. Oh, it's sending shivers through my body. It's truly, you know, a beer that is awakening the senses, as it were. And my hands are frozen. It's only 10 degrees, it's not that cold. 10 degrees isn't that cold, but we were stood out talking to my daughter for half an hour, so we're freezing our butts off. Yeah, so anyway. Sour Lero, exotic fruit drink, 4.0%. Yeah, very nice. Good on the nose, good on the taste. Like I've already said, it's aimed at the mass market. As many of the people who are dipping their toes in the sour waters. Out of 5 then, I loved it. 4.4 out of 5. Yeah, a really nice beer to try, and see if you can get on with sour beers, and you'll know about it. If you've never had one, first time you're drinking, you'll be like, oh. But if you like sour sweets, you're going to love that sort of beer. Right, anyway, thanks for watching, thanks for subscribing, and see you soon. And please, as always, stay safe, scary times. Cheers. Now I'm going in to get in the warm. Cheers.